I used a walker for about a year because in November 2012 I had a flare-up of a condition that I didn't know I had, and it was caused because of great emotional distress and my heart being completely shattered, and in a way that's never happened to me like that before. And so the stress of that made this health condition flare up, and it broke my spine in 3 places without falling or being hit. It just did that. I was very active, and so to be so limited and using a walker, and my life had been completely destroyed, there was no joy happening, and I couldn't imagine how to possibly go dancing anywhere. So, but entering the space, like about to enter the space with the walker, I was really nervous because I just didn't want to deal with pity and crap. So I noticed there were the big red sofas in the back, and I just made a beeline for that, and I saw there's a little place where I could park the walker, and I just went for it. It felt very welcoming. I immediately felt at home. And there was this gentleman who had been in an accident before and cracked open his skull and had been injured from head to toe. And he started talking to me, and I think it was after he must have started talking to me, and told me his story, how he had been injured. People who had been healed or who have been healing came up to me and spoke to me and shared a bit of their story, and that helped me feel accepted, and that helped me feel a bit more normal and less isolated. And just as like, oh, okay, you get, when someone gets it, when they have been through something as severe, they get it, and so you don't have to
explain.
Yeah, and it's so liberating.
Do you believe that it's dancing that helped you get off the walker?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So my first night there, I could barely move. I was just like rigid, and I was just like maybe doing a bit of this. Like I could barely move. I probably did a bit of hip, but that's about it. And so it was very painful physically, because there's pain with movement, and I had to figure out then, I didn't know I was going to have to figure this out. What is the good pain? Like where to push it, and what is the bad pain? Like, oh, this, I really need to not do this. So that first night there was that, where I had to learn how to move with my body, and within the pain spaces. And it had to be moment by moment because it was just changing all the time. And then the following week, it was actually worse. I could move far less, and I was very angry about that and very upset and full of despair, because I had expected the next week to improve. I expected this sort of healing, like a trajectory.
And it kind of went down.
Oh yeah, I went down. I was like,
how did you pick yourself from that?
That second night when I could barely move at all, I just lost it, and I started crying on the dance floor. And then the same gentleman who had shared his story came and gave me the most perfect hug. It's exactly what I needed. And then 2 other people, I didn't know them, they came around and hugged me as well, and I was just held in embrace, and I sobbed out loud on the dance floor, and I didn't care. And I knew also I was in a space where it was safe to not care. Like it's okay to, it's fine.
Just let go.
Yeah. So I think it helped in so many ways, not just the physical moving, but also it's like felt like a community. I was supported. I could just be myself. I could show my emotions. I could show my pain. I could show my suffering, and
not be rejected. Or
not be rejected.
Judged.
That's never been a big issue for me or a concern of mine, but it's obvious when it's that kind of space as well, and so it goes deeper like that. I don't know what that feeling is, but yeah.